Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the Cryptoverse. We are starting a new week, and let's see where things are. So I'm just going to go ahead and post this in a few different places, and then we will jump in. So let me go ahead and do that now. All right. So we discussed, sorry, I need to turn this off. So, you know, we discussed a potential bounce, right, off the 100-day, and the reason being, you know, we haven't really tested it in forever. Seems reasonable that we bounce off of this level. And if we do get a bounce, then what did we say, right? Yeah, I mean, then altcoins can come rushing back. Okay, altcoins can come rushing back, and yes, you know, I mean, if you want a nickel and dime, we went below it. We had a daily close below it by a few $100s, right? But I mean, we're not gonna nickel and dime here. It's a bounce off the 100-day more or less. Okay, bounce off the 100-day more or less. If you really do want a nickel and dime, maybe it's a bounce off like the 100 and sorry, 108. No, 107. It's a bounce off our trusty 107-day moving average. Those pesky 107-day moving averages can get you. So we got a nice bounce, and we're going to go ahead and switch that back, because otherwise I'll forget, and then I'll be looking at this in like a year and it'll still be the 107-day. So we got a nice little bounce off the 100-day moving average, and Ethereum has bounced back pretty strong, right? Ethereum's bounced back pretty strong. We're already back to 2450 Ethereum. You know, I mean, yeah, is it anything to get out of bed for? Probably not, right? Probably not. We're on the same course, and nothing's really changed. And you know, is it something to really turn your head for? I don't think so. I think we're just on the same path, and nothing's really changed. And you know, if you look at the Ether Bitcoin valuation, we started a new week. Currently, it is actually slightly red, but it's only down 0.25%. So, you know, who really cares about that? And in order for us to get back into the green, we need to go above 0.0472. I mean, we're almost there. I mean, it could go back, and we could watch it turn green on this live stream potentially, if we get a nice little pump by Ethereum here. So we're currently at 2456. We know the prior all-time high was a modest, 2644, or yeah, 2644. So the prior all-time high was a modest 2644. Kind of looks like we're kind of doing like a little W here or something. We'll see what happens there. Business as usual. Nothing's really changed. Ethereum, Bitcoin still looks great. You know, we still have a little ways just to get to the top of the channel, which I mean is still a 12% move. That's the Ether Bitcoin valuation again. Ether USD, if we put on our regression band, which, you know, why wouldn't we? We can see where that is. You know, we're well above that, and we'll switch this over to the weekly time frame. So we are continuing to print our Ethereum mountain range. Okay, so we put in these Ethereum mountains occasionally, and we're just doing the same thing. Okay, and this is one of the reasons why I like Ethereum, is because it really does stand the test of time. And as I said before, I mean, I don't think that there's a lot of evidence to suggest, okay, if we look at the evidence as a whole, there's a lot of evidence in crypto to suggest that 64K for Bitcoin is not the market cycle top. Now, there's evidence to suggest that it could be a local top for a while, and maybe we cool down, and maybe we spend a long time at 50K. Okay, I mean we've barely spent any time at it. Maybe we spent a while in the 50K region. There's evidence to suggest that in the grand scheme of the market cycle, 64K Bitcoin is not the market cycle top. Okay, now I'll always contend. I'll always contend that we could be bearish for a few weeks or a few months potentially at some point. I can't imagine that every single month in 2021 it's going to be bullish. Even in 2017 there were bearish months. If we look at, say, monthly candles for Bitcoin, and we go back to 2017, March was red, January was technically red, September was red, so we did have some red months. It seems like there's a decent chance that April will be red, and in order for us to not be red, then the price of Bitcoin would need to close above $58,790. Okay, so if it closes at around $58,790, then we'll have 7 green candles in a row for the first time since 2012. Okay, for the first time since 2012, and we're going to go show you guys that. We've had 6 in a row before, so we definitely have had 6 in a row. The last time we had 7 in a row is right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These were all 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was the last time we had 6 in a row. And for us to have 7 in a row for the first time since 2012, we would need to close above, what I said, like above, what was it? Above 58,790 or so. Now, one thing we want to take a look at is we discussed the potential implication of a bounce off the 100-day. Now, I don't want people to get ahead of themselves. Okay, that's the first thing. I don't want people to, I'm sure some of you already have Forbes back on the line and you're scheduling that interview. Again, don't schedule it just yet. We still have a long way to go. And in the grand scheme of the cycle, we could still be going down for a few weeks and it's not going to really make a difference, or a few months and I don't think it's going to make a difference. What I would be looking for Bitcoin to actually get bullish. Okay, so far this, in my opinion, is sort of a relief rally. Okay, because if you look at, say, like the daily RSI is getting pretty low. Okay, pretty low. The last time it was at these levels, was like in March of 2020. On the daily RSI, so it's getting pretty low. So it felt like there was a decent chance we were going to get some type of relief rally. Now, the reason I say don't schedule your Forbes interview just yet is because we would still need to go up another 25% to put in a new all-time high. So we're nowhere even close to that right now. And what I would say for Bitcoin to actually get bullish would be to, say, be above the 20-day moving average. Okay, so if you see us above the 20-day, then I would say, all right, maybe there's reason to get somewhat bullish again. And right now, the 20-day corresponds to just approximately $57,000. So the reason I say that is because, we could always just come back up to the 20-day and then just get rejected and keep going down. And so that's what I want to caution people against getting too bullish too quickly. The nice thing about these little pumps or bounces is that it can lead to a surge in altcoins. Okay, and that's what a lot of us want. We want to see. It's like we respect that Bitcoin owns the market, it dominates the market, it controls the market. We recognize that, and we have to pay Bitcoin its dues. But recognizing that, hey, when Bitcoin bounces, and Ethereum was already showing a decent amount of strength over the last few weeks, I'm fairly bullish on Ethereum. Maybe I'm ignorant or naive on it, but I still am bullish on Ethereum, and I have high hopes for Ethereum this market cycle, and I certainly do not think that $2,600 will be Ethereum's market cycle top. Okay, I don't think it's going to be its market cycle top. So Ethereum still looks strong, and if you just look at the chart, what more could you really ask for? Look at this chart. Look at this chart since March. And we had the capitulation here, which allowed everything to sort of reset. And look at it since then. Look at what it's done. Look at how far Ethereum's come in just about 14 months or so. And occasionally we go down and test our bull market support band and whatnot, but again, it's just a champ, right? It's just a champ. And what's funny is, despite the pullback that Bitcoin had, despite its significant pullback, okay, I mean, this is fairly significant, right? I mean, even at the current price, it's down 20%. Despite that, look at Ethereum. Look at what it's done. I mean, it's just one weekly green candle after another. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're in our fifth one. I mean, of course, the week just started, and there's a long way to go, but we're in our fifth one. And there has been a little bit more volatility in the last two candles. I mean, look at those wicks. We had a wick all the way up to 25.84, and then the following week we had a wick up to 26.40. We also went as far down as 19.50 a few weeks ago, and then 20.50 last week. So you look at this chart, and you would be hard pressed to identify a correction in the last couple weeks. I mean, you'd say, hey, well, you know, this week we opened at 1685, then we opened at 2076, then we opened at 2149, then we opened at 2240, then we opened at 2322. So what more could you realistically ask for Ethereum that's already coming in at number 2 and already worth over $200 billion in terms of its market capitalization? This seems pretty bullish to me. Okay, right? Seems pretty bullish. Bitcoin corrected 20%. Ethereum still looks good, you know, and I mean, even from the wick, it's only down a modest 8%. So it is still looking pretty strong against Bitcoin. Another thing I was looking at, look at the Ethereum dominance. Okay, this is an interesting chart because the Ethereum dominance, what it shows is, we already know that Ethereum's going up, right? We know that Ethereum's been going up, and if you look at this since December of 2019, we know that Ethereum has generally been going up. But what this shows is that it's actually gaining dominance, okay? It's actually gaining dominance. What does that mean? Well, it means if you include the entire asset class, Ethereum is making up a larger percentage of the market capitalization of the entire asset class, meaning that a lot of altcoins are not standing the test of time against Ethereum. Yes, some of them will pump, and everyone will say they're the best thing since sliced bread, but they're not, right? They're not. And so when we talk about altcoins, you always want to be selective, because you want to make sure that if you're gambling on altcoins, you want to, you know, hopefully they're outperforming Ethereum, because if they can't outperform Ethereum, then you're taking on more risk and you're getting a lower return, and that doesn't make any sense, right? Who wants to do that? Who wants to take on more risk and get a lower return? Doesn't make any sense at all. So we look at the Ethereum dominance, we say, you know what? The Ethereum dominance is going up, meaning against a lot of cryptocurrencies, these other cryptocurrencies are going to be losing value against Ethereum. And if they're losing value against Ethereum, then why the hell do you hold them? ADA Ether is a great example of a coin that does tend to do well against Ethereum at key phases. Okay, so unfortunately for ADA, it did recently finally fall below the prior local tops here that we had previously put in. It did fall below these prior local tops that it was sort of trying to hold as support. Now we're right at that bull market support band. So we're at the 20-week SMA for the ADA Ether valuation. So we'll see if we hold the line there. It's currently at 47,032, and we're at 48,087. So we are slightly above it. So let's keep an eye on ADA. It's currently at 118. You know, we look at the daily time frame. It's still in the same range it's been in forever. This is why I often joke that it's like my favorite stable coin. I say that in jest, of course. I really do like Cardano. I think it's a great coin to have this cycle. Whatever some people may say. I'm not saying that it's going to overtake Ethereum. I'm not saying that it's replacing Ethereum. I'm saying that if you want to make money, I think ADA is a good choice. That's what I'm saying. Not that it's going to replace Ethereum or anything like that, because I don't think it's going to. I mean, if we're being honest, I don't think Cardano is going to like replace Ethereum or anything like that. I just think that, you know, if you're looking to make money, I mean, it's not financial advice, of course, but I think ADA has been a great choice, and that it does stand the test of time, and it's gone up 60x over the last 14 months. Even with the drop, right? I mean, because it was at 2 cents 14 months ago or 13 months ago, and now it's $1.20 again. It tends to go back to to that $1.20 mark, right around this area. Look at how much time it's spent around $1.20. It just seems like it's spent so much time at the $1.20 region, and now we're coming back up to it for like the fifth time or something, where we probably will spend a decent amount of our time. So Ether USD is currently at 24.59. Okay, now who wants some dubious speculation? I feel like if I ever created a band, I'd probably call it dubious speculation. Let's look at where we are here, because we still, it still seems like the great thing about this chart is we know that we don't have to go to where the targets are in terms of what's theoretically possible. By the way, if you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. The thing I love about this chart is we know that we don't have to go to these theoretical targets that we're talking about. It's just that if we did go to them, it might be time for us to really cool off. And we sort of fall short of actually getting to them, which is why I keep saying, hey, time, I feel like time remains on our side. And if you're not sure where this is coming from, we basically just, again, talk about diminished extension from the 20-week moving average. And of course, this chart is nothing more than the natural log of the price divided by the 20-week SMA. Okay, so that's all it is. And you see diminished extension from the 20-week moving average. And you might say, well, Ben, this is a load of garbage. You're drawing a line from 2 data points, and I agree, it's pretty absurd. The only reason we look at it is because when we look at Bitcoin and we look at our weekly candles for Bitcoin, again, we see that type of diminished volatility from the 20-week moving average. And in fact, we watched it unfold live on stream, even when we hit these prior milestones. Okay, so even though everyone likes to say that every time is different, it's really not, and the extension from the 20-week continues to diminish so far every time we go back up to it. You might say, well, Ben, we already hit it over here, a couple times in fact. But really, we hit it twice in 2013, and they were separated by, approximately we hit it twice. They were separated by over half a year. So the point is to just say that so far, each cycle, when we go up to it, we tend to not reach as high as we went the last market cycle. So with that in mind, we go back up and we go look at Ethereum, and we say, hey guys, I don't know exactly how to draw this line, because it's of course dubious speculation, but the point is to say, we're basically on the same course we've been on. And even for us to get to, say, the level of, in terms of extension from the 20-week, even for us to get to the level that we were at back in January, we would need to go to 0.89 on this chart. And so if we took the natural log of the price, which again now is at 24.56, or sorry, we have to solve for the price, divided by the 20-week SMA, which is at 1628.25. So I'll put that in, 1628.25 equals 0.89. What does that come out to be? It comes out to be almost $4,000. Okay, it comes out to be almost $4,000. Right here, 39.65. So what I'm saying is, hey, Ethereum doesn't have to go to this level. We're just saying that, look, that's the level we went to in terms of the extension from the 20-week moving average back in January. And if we went back to that level, which there is some evidence that we are sort of slowly going up, that's where we could theoretically go. Okay, that's all we're saying. Nothing more, nothing less. So again, dubious speculation, and as long as we're just sort of chilling down here, I feel like time is certainly on our side. Now, the main thing that I would caution people against, and I think this somewhat goes without saying for Bitcoin, is that we discussed the idea of getting a bounce. Okay, again, we discussed the idea of getting a bounce off the 100-day moving average, and it seems like we're getting sort of a relief rally here. It doesn't mean we're definitively going to put in a new all-time high. Okay, it'd be great if we did, but you have to recognize that there's also a decent chance we end up testing the 20-week SMA, which, by the way, now has moved up, and it's currently at 45,500. So the 20-week SMA has in fact moved up, and we're close to 45.5 or 45.6, depending on what exchange you use. We also recently had a cross of the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA. I feel like, you know, as I said in some of the videos, I feel like it wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world for us to get sort of a relief rally where we bounce a little bit and then we still test the 20-week. Okay, I still think that it's possible that happens, but this can play out over you know, long periods of time. It doesn't have to play out immediately. I'm not really sure what's going on with this indicator here that I've somehow clicked on, but I'm going to click on a different tab and see what happens. Okay, so let's see how high Bitcoin can go, and let me see if I can delete this. No. Let me go to the BLX. Or, yeah, let me just go to... Let's go to Bitstamp and see what happens. Alright. So, hopefully we get a nice little relief rally, because I think it would be great for altcoins. I really do think it'd be great for altcoins. And you know, if we overlay our Ethereum regression rainbow and see where that is... Sorry, that's the Bitcoin one. I've often speculated that the orange band and even the purple band are theoretically in the cards. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if we're able to continue traversing some of these bands. We went to the blue one, then the green one, then the gray one, then the yellow. Now we're in the orange. They are moving up monotonically, of course, but the price of Ethereum is in fact moving up quicker. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, definitely subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. Remember, we do have the Telegram channel. You can find that in the description below. I will paste it in the comments as well if you want to join. Remember, I will not message you first, so if someone messages you pretending to be me, you must remember that it is not me. Also, remember to check out the premium list if you want access to weekly reports and videos, the Telegram alerts channel, the Telegram chat room, the risk dashboard, the live streams for the premium list, and more. We have the first Into the Cryptoverse NFT coming out here in a couple weeks probably. So check that out, intothecryptoverse.com. And finally, just the last plug, we do have t-shirts now, so if you guys want to get a t-shirt or a mug or something, I'll just put it in the chat. You can find that in the description below. All right, so what do you guys want to talk about? We're just sort of chilling. You know, it's a pretty calm night, I would say. You know, we're watching Bitcoin have a nice little rally here, and we'll see. You know, we'll see if Ethereum can push higher, because even if Bitcoin can't put in a new all-time high, it doesn't mean Ethereum can't. Okay. Because Ethereum, to me, looks a lot stronger than Bitcoin right now. Again, and that's further shown with the weekly candles of the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation. We had 18%, 0.5%, 11%, 19%. So Ethereum looks very strong against Bitcoin. Okay, Ethereum looks very strong against Bitcoin. And so, I mean, Bitcoin looks great right now. And I think that having a relief rally after like 11 days of mainly just moving down is kind of a welcome change. And the nice thing again about getting a potential relief rally is the implication for Ethereum, because it could lead the Ethereum bulls to continue pushing Ethereum to new all-time highs, which at the end of the day, this is what we want, right? Most people watching this show, I think, want Ethereum to go to a new all-time high. You know, I mean, 2,600 Ethereum is great, but I can't shake the feeling of wondering what a $2,700 Ethereum would feel like. So let's see if we can get there. I mean, really, we're only $243 away from 2,700. Someone says I showed up on someone's Twitter pic of crypto YouTubers as the Avengers. That's pretty funny. I'll have to look at that later. And there's always the person that asks me about Litecoin, right? Yeah, we do have the ADA stake pool. We're looking into getting some other stake pools on some other cryptocurrencies. So we'll announce those when we get them if you guys want to come earn interest. But if you have ADA, you can start earning interest by going to the ITC stake pool. We have over 15 million ADA in like 15 days. We're averaging 1 million ADA staked per day. So if you're looking to earn interest on your ADA, check out the ITC stake pool. We'll probably have stake pools coming for other ones as well. And if you're worried about downtime, we shouldn't have any. We have 8 virtual machines running around the world, so there should be no downtime. And actually on the recent epoch, we actually got 133%. So the average return for this next one should be higher than average. So the last one it wasn't 133, but this one was 133, so it should be higher than average, I believe. Someone asked for EOS. I'm not really a huge fan of EOS, to be honest. Like, so, I don't want to spend my time too much on EOS. I feel like there's more things to look at, better things to spend our time. Optimal Sharpe ratio for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Link portfolio. I think I ran. So we talk about it some on the premium list, but it's hard to do it for a coin that's only been around for a short period of time like Link, because it actually hasn't experienced the entirety of a crypto bull market in general. I mean, Link has basically been in a bull market since it's been around. So, look at this, right? Look at this. I'll continue to say Link's too risky not to hold, and if you get too upset about these little bunny hills, where we go back down into the valley, just zoom out, my friend, right? Zoom out. And if you feel like you've missed the boat on Link and you're looking at it, you're like $34, and you're probably like, yeah, well, I mean, it looks good when you got it over here. We said the same thing last year when it was at $2, and people were saying the same thing, and now it's at $34. And I will say the same thing again. In the grand scheme of things, and for crypto, as we enter into the next several years, I do think that Link is too risky not to hold. Now, of course, anytime it corrects, I get some nasty messages saying, well, you said it was too risky not to hold. But again, you just take a step back, you zoom out, you say, hey, it was $12. I mean, it hit $8 in December. It hit $8 in December. And you might look at this wick and say, hey, no one would have bought that. We were on live stream watching this. We were on a live stream watching this capitulation, and I was saying this is the best time to buy Link. Basically, in this entire region over here was a great time for Link accumulation. And so, here we are. We're actually slightly above the 20-week SMA, which now is at 26.26. We're currently at 34. We're doing quite well. It's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. So don't get too impatient with Link. I think Link will stand the test of time. And remember, it performs best when Bitcoin is not flirting with price discovery. Okay? We just had a pretty nice Bitcoin correction. Okay? Now, if Bitcoin doesn't go back up, okay, so before when Bitcoin corrected to say like 60K or 59K, well, it's still flirting with price discovery. Now we're at 52K. So we're nowhere near price discovery now. I mean, we'd have to go up like 20 something. I mean, yeah, we dropped 25%, or we'd have to go up, I think, 25% from here. Let's see. Bitcoin, I think we have to go up 25% from here because we dropped like 27%. So from here, we'd have to go up about 25% to get into price discovery. So if Bitcoin is unable to go into price discovery, this is where Link shines. Okay, this is where Link shines. So we'll certainly want to keep an eye on Link. ADA looks great as always. Nothing really has changed with ADA. Just back, we're still in our general accumulation territory. And for ADA, I would say the main downside risk, as always, is just our bull market support band. Okay, so the bull market support band being the downside risk, even in a bull market, if we're able to hold the bull market, of course. And that's currently ranges from about 82 cents up to 87 cents, and we're currently at $1.18. So we have a little bit of wiggle room there. All right. Am I bullish on XRP? You know, XRP is one of those coins that it's easy for everyone to hate. But I'll tell you this, I mean, as I've said before, I think there's a lot of coins that are not at their current all-time highs, or their all-time highs from 2017, 2018. I think that most coins that are not at their prior all-time highs from 2016 or 2017, 2018 probably will not make it there. Maybe about 20 to 30% could still make it there. I think Litecoin and XRP could definitely will likely make it to their prior all-time highs and go above those. So I think Litecoin will go above its prior all-time high of like 387. I think XRP will go above its prior all-time high of like 330 or something like that, 338, somewhere around there. I do think it will do quite well. Again, it's one of those coins that's fun to hate, but at the end of the day, if you go look at, say, like the XRP Bitcoin valuation, it just does the same. It just does the same thing. I mean, it anytime it's in this region, that's generally the time to be picking it up. And I picked up a little bit, but I couldn't keep buying it because it was no longer available. So I do have a small bag. It's not a big bag, admittedly. So I'm not like knee deep in XRP or anything, but I think it has some room to grow. I think XRP does have some room to grow. I don't really care if you hate it or not. I'm just here to make money. I don't really care about it. I'm just looking at the chart and saying, you know what? I think there's some upside there. So that's why I still have a little stack of XRP, is because I imagine it will go up. It will go up and it will perform well. All right, let's go through some questions. Yeah, let's see. So Dot's taken a bit of a beating. Let's just be honest. It's taken a bit of a beating. I can't imagine it's above its 20-day. I sincerely cannot imagine it's above the 20-day at all, and you can see that it's not. But I do remain bullish on Dot. I think that one of the nice things about Dot is that you can earn interest pretty easily on it. So I would say I'm earning interest on it. Don't sleep on Dot, okay? I mean, yeah, it's come down here in the short term, and I get why people are a little skeptical. I don't think it's going anywhere. I mean, if anything, you look at it where it currently is, and you're like, well, I mean, look at this. I mean, it's if you look at, say, the general, maybe, let's do a bit of dubious speculation. We did some dubious speculation back over here at these levels. And back over here, we said that we generally said that between $3 to $6 was accumulation. So this was, I mean, I don't imagine anyone remembers, but we had several videos on Dot when we said that, hey, this is the accumulation band or the accumulation range for Dot for the market cycle. This is where the main DCAing should happen. We've moved up 10x, and I mean, we're actually going sideways, which I mean is not the worst thing in the world. And I don't know if we're going to hold these levels or not. I mean, I think it really depends on Bitcoin, but maybe this is another accumulation band. Okay. I mean, this one here lasted what, like 130 days or so? So far, we've been in this one 73 days. So, with Dot, I do still remain very bullish for the duration of the market cycle. I think sometimes you just have to sit on them for a while and wait for the pump to come to you. Don't chase it. Earn interest, right? Sit around, wait, maybe play some chess, and wait for the pump to come to you. Everyone's talking about the Africa announcement for Cardano. Look, I don't really care about the news, honestly. I mean, the news is the news. In a bull market, no one cares about the bad news. In a bear market, no one cares about the good news. Let the news just be the news. I don't really want to spend my time talking about it. All right, let's keep going. All right, yeah, let's look at Vechain. We'll take a look at Vechain. And you guys know me. I like the Vechain Ether valuation. This is what I like to look at. We got to see where we are. Okay, this is what we want to look at. our Vechain Ether valuation. Because again, remember, we showed that the Ethereum dominance is going up, okay? If the Ethereum dominance is going up, it means that in general, it's outperforming most altcoins. It's not outperforming Vechain. I mean, you look at this, Vechain's been moving up recently. I mean, yeah, it's pulled back against Ethereum in the last few days. But Vechain is at least one that is performing well against Ethereum. So I think it looks relatively good. And as I said before, I mean, I'm relatively bullish on Vechain for the market cycle. Yeah, everyone asks me about Algo a lot. I mean, yeah, I don't own it. I mean, I look at it and I say, hey, I mean, it made a good move, over here, but since mid-February, it's doing a lot of what we've seen a lot of other coins do, right? A lot of them have just more or less stabilized in this region. And it hasn't really moved a whole lot in a couple months, so I don't really think there's a whole lot to talk about with it, to be completely honest. Link Bitcoin, it's the same thing, getting back on course, right? My favorite privacy coin, probably Monero. Might as well say Monero for that one. I do own Monero, so. Yeah, we don't really talk about small caps here, so I mean, you might feel like I'm ignoring your request to look at a small cap, but we just don't generally talk about small caps here. We don't want to move the market or anything like that, so let's keep it to over a billion market cap. Everyone keeps talking about their Forbes interviews in the chat. Remember, we have a long way to go. The market cycles can take a long time. And, whether you think this cycle is a 4-year cycle or a lengthening cycle, whatever, right? We're not going to, I certainly have my opinions on it. I could be wrong, of course. But whatever you think there, market cycles are a pretty long journey. And you just sort of have to be patient. I think that this is the key thing. You have to be patient, and just sort of ride it for a while, right? You just got to ride through it. You gotta ride the ups and downs, and we'll get to where we're going, right? We'll get to where we're going one house at a time. But it's a slow process, and it's not going to happen overnight. Hold on a second. All right, remember, if you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. What are we at? Have we hit 320,000 yet? Oh yeah, we are at 320. We're at 329. Let's get to 330. Hell, we can't even get to 330. 329, 352. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 330K in terms of subscribers. Yeah, I know. You know, there's we're not gonna call them out here. I'm not gonna say them by name, but there are a lot of people. There are a lot of pretty big influencers telling their followers to sell their Ethereum for ADA up here. So you know the problem with this is they're literally just they're basically just embodying the emotion that people feel. They're not doing you any favors, right? The reason why people like listening to them is because they tell them what they want to hear. I said it's ridiculous to switch your it'd be ridiculous to switch your Ethereum for ADA up here. If anything, you should be going the other direction. It does not make sense to chase pumps. So you know, if you follow people that wait for something to pump like 10x or something, and they tell you to trade all your Ethereum for this coin, you just recognize they're just some guy. It's just some guy in a basement or something, you know, and he's just making videos based off his emotions, not based on what actually makes sense. So don't chase the pump, okay? Don't chase the pump. It's like the worst advice. Like, think about how much money people lost, the ones that converted all their Ethereum to ADA up here, because you know, Ethereum was down at like $1,400 at some point over here, and it had a pretty major pullback, and the whole Ethereum is dead narrative was cycling around again. The same thing every single time. It's the same thing. Okay, don't fall for that stuff, and hold them accountable. I mean, right? Hold them accountable for saying it, because they, you know, I mean, it's ridiculous that they say these things, because I think a lot of times they just don't understand. You know, they don't understand the technology, and they're just riding the hype wave. They're riding the hype wave of the day, not the move of the cycle. I mean, look at this move by Ethereum against Bitcoin since 2019. So one interesting thing is, you know, if you look at some coins against Bitcoin, I mean, like, let's take a look at ADA Bitcoin, right? ADA Bitcoin. Yeah, it's doing relatively well since January of 2021, but Ethereum has been on track. I mean, look at this. December of 2019. It's just been moving up. It's just been moving up. You can't deny that, right? You can't deny this. It's a more methodical move up. ADA Bitcoin is not a methodical move. I mean, it goes up and it comes down, and sometimes it comes down pretty hard. But this move really started in January of 2021. Yeah, I'm bullish on ADA. I'm very bullish on ADA. But you know, for people to tell everyone to go switch your all your Ethereum for ADA, it's very irresponsible. Anyways, I digress. And I said it back then. I put out tweets. I was like, you know, these people that are trash talking Ethereum at $1,400 are going to have to backpedal in a few weeks when a lot of the altcoins they're pumping are at the same valuations and Ethereum's gone up. And look at it. I mean, Ethereum's up $1,000 since then. And I'm still bullish on ADA, don't get me wrong, but ADA is the same damn price, okay? ADA is the same damn price, and Ethereum's gone up like $1,000. So just to put it into perspective there, don't chase the pump, right? If ADA's pumping, you shouldn't chase the pump. Then Ethereum's pumping. Just make sure you stay zoom out, right? When in doubt, zoom out. All right, what do you guys want to talk about? And I mean, I'll give you again. I'll before, you know, I'll say it again. Like, with regards to Bitcoin, we said we could see a bounce here at the 100-day. It does not mean we're immediately going to put a new all-time high. So again, don't schedule the Forbes interviews just yet. Let's see what actually happens. We have a long way to go. A 25% move to get to a new all-time high. We're not even close. We're not even close. And even if we don't put in a new all-time high, again, Ethereum could. So Bitcoin does not need to put in an all-time high for Ethereum to put an all-time high. Okay, I would say if Bitcoin could go to, you know, I mean, Bitcoin could stay at 52K, 53K, 54K, 55K, and I feel like Ethereum could go to $2,700. So I think things look pretty good for Ethereum. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin, of course. All right, let's keep moving here. What other questions do we have? Is this current pump a potential bull trap? It is potentially a bull trap. I think it's a possibility that it is. Okay, And that's why I said, keep an eye on like these other shorter term moving averages, right? I mean, we want to get above, say, like the 20-day SMA, which is still at like 57K. I don't think we're out of the woods yet. I mean, this could still just sort of be like a, sort of slowly turning over. I don't mind seeing Bitcoin put in a new all-time high, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have a long way to go before we can get super bullish again on Bitcoin. Again, 25% move just to put in a new all-time high. Still a ways to go. Someone says, if this is what $1 trillion crypto market looks like, what will a several $1 trillion crypto market look like years from now? I mean, yeah, you just have to get accustomed to the new normal. So obviously Bitcoin would make up a decent amount of that. I mean, if the current market capitalization of the entire asset class is approximately a modest $2 trillion, Bitcoin, I feel like, could go up. I mean, from here, I feel like it could go up 3x. I think is certainly in the cards. And that would put Bitcoin at around, a $3 trillion valuation itself. So if Bitcoin's at 3 trillion, maybe Ethereum makes it to 1 trillion itself, or you have $4 trillion already. Then you get the rest from altcoins, like, maybe another 2 to 3 trillion from altcoins, or 4 trillion from altcoins. I think over the next 2 to 3 years, we should be flirting with a $10 trillion market capitalization. It's just going to take us a while to get there. What about Link Ether? I think Link looks pretty bearish against Ether right now, if I'm being honest, right? I mean, we got to hold each other accountable here, right? I mean, it looks pretty bearish right now against Ether. I'm not gonna lie. Looks bullish against Bitcoin, looks bullish against USD. Against Ether, it doesn't look so bullish to me. Now, maybe I need to get my eyes checked, but to me, it does not look super bullish at the moment. Obviously, sentiment can change on the dime, but it's been moving down pretty steadily for a while now. Velt says everything is bearish against Ether. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the reasons everything looks bearish against Ether is because Ether's been very strong against Bitcoin for several weeks in a row, while a lot of coins have been bearish against Bitcoin. The Ethereum Bitcoin chart, can we see pullbacks? Of course we can see pullbacks. If you assume, if we go on a little bit of deterministic thinking, let's have a little bit of deterministic thinking and say, let's suppose that we stay on this track. Okay, now imagine if we did. Imagine we don't get any of these major breakouts, like where we just go sky high in the short term. But what if we just go from the bottom to the top? To the bottom, to the top, to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom, top, bottom. What if we just keep doing it? It's possible. I mean, it seems like it's a like possible path. Where would that put us? Well, I mean, if you say to go up the center line here, by January of 2022, it could put us at around 0.056. What's crazy is by say December of 2021, we could be at 0.042 and still be in this channel, which is lower than the current Ether Bitcoin valuation. We could also be as high as 0.075. So I would just say, what if we keep going? What if we go up for, we keep going, like, let's say we go, top and then down to the bottom and then back up to the top and then back to the bottom, right? What if we just keep doing this for a long time, like longer than most people might think it'll happen? I mean, it could take a long time, right? It could take a long time just to get back up to, say, that 0.1 valuation, where the valuation of Ethereum's market cap is basically 1/10 of that of, not the market cap, the valuation of its price is 1/10 of that of Bitcoin's. It could take a while at this rate. I mean, if you just look at the rate we're going, if we don't have any major breakouts, I mean, if we have a major breakout up here, then yeah, it can happen a lot quicker. But if we just maintain the status quo, then it could take a couple years potentially for us to get there. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Definitely hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you check out the Telegram channel. I'll go ahead and post the Telegram channel again. We have over 33,000 people. So if you guys are looking for a chat room, remember, I will not message you first. So if someone messages you pretending to be me, you got to remember that it is, in fact, a scammer, and it's not me. And then remember to check out the premium list at Cryptoverse.com if you're looking for access to the premium list and all that comes with that. And we also have the store if you want to get yourself like a t-shirt or something. We have more stuff coming soon actually for the merch store, but there are some things in there now. You guys can check it out. All right. All right, well, I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? We're just sort of chilling. How do I decide to live stream? Well, usually my kids have to be asleep or not running around the house, so that's normally the first thing. Someone said, wait, the guy I sent on my Ethereum to wasn't you. I really hope you're kidding, because clearly there's scammers that exist, and I certainly will not message you asking you for anything. Do I prefer singles or doubles tennis? Probably singles, honestly. Someone says he cannot shake the feeling of feeling like that he missed the boat on crypto. You know, it's one of it's a recurring feeling every cycle, and I think it's a natural feeling. But I think that if you're new and you just adopt a DCA strategy, even recognizing that the risk levels are high, yeah, I mean Ethereum was at $300 or $80 13 months ago, and it's at $2,400 now. If you adopt a DCA strategy and you blindly do it for years to come, and you just sort of buy the big coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and whatever altcoins you want, even if you feel like you missed the boat, I can practically guarantee you that in the future, as long as you don't stray from that course, you will probably be doing quite well, and you'll be having conversations with people about them feeling like they're too late. So everyone always feels like they're too late, right? Basically everyone in Bitcoin at the time they joined, they felt like they were too late, and then you wait a few years and you're no longer too late. Personally, I wanted to start a YouTube channel in 2016, but I was in graduate school at the time, and I was like, hey, I'm never going to finish my dissertation if I start a YouTube channel in 2016. So I waited, and I launched it a year after I graduated, I actually launched it during my postdoc, but I said, you know what? It's 2019. It feels super late to be launching a YouTube channel in crypto because everyone already has like 100,000 subscribers. I'm never gonna, never gonna make it to these, I'm never gonna make it to the big leagues where people actually want to watch me. It took me, just for reference, right? For reference, and this might be some motivation for people who are looking to start their own YouTube channel, whether it's on crypto or whatever it is on. It took me 5 months to get 500 subscribers. Okay, 5 months to get 500 subscribers, and then things change. So just stick to it, and I would say don't get discouraged by things taking a while. It's really when you're putting in the work when everyone's not. I mean, that's how you grow. So whether it comes to DCing into Bitcoin, whatever it is. Yes, it's fairly risky right now. I mean, we're up like 20. We were up over 20x from the bottom. But in the grand scheme of Bitcoin, is it too late? I don't think so. I mean, I think it'll just continue to trend up over the years. There will be pullbacks. There will be major pullbacks along the way. It might turn your stomach if you're not used to it. But if you stick around, you should continue to do quite well, I think. All right, let's. How likely do you think it'll be that institutional money will alter the cyclicals? Do I feel like it'll alter? I mean, I think it's just going to lead to what we are already leading towards, which is diminished volatility, lengthening cycle. I mean, diminished ROI, right? I mean, basically diminished volatility. It just takes a lot more money to move the market. And even with institutional money, it's just going to take a vast amount of it to move the market. And again, the extension from the 20 week still diminishes from one cycle to another. So it hasn't changed anything. It's just more or less what we would expect. Do I regret paying for grad school when YouTube earns you more? Actually, YouTube does not earn me more. Yeah, we have the premium. I have the premium list, but I mean, AdSense is not enabled. I haven't made a dime on ads on this channel because it's not enabled. I mean, how many of you have ever had to watch an ad on my channel? No paid promotions, no affiliate links here. But also, I didn't pay for grad school. I was paid to go to grad school, so that's another thing. I did not pay to go to grad school. I did engineering, so if you're doing a PhD in engineering and you're paying for it, you're probably doing something wrong because the opportunity cost of doing a PhD in engineering is pretty high because you can get a really good job without a PhD in engineering. So. What am I using MATLAB for? Some of you guys are just like looking at the little the toolbar down there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what's running on MATLAB right now. I'm sure I have something running. That's probably why my computer feels like it's always about to take off. Why don't I call my channel Dr. Benjamin Cowan? I don't know. Because I don't want to be called Doctor? Just call me Ben. Someone says he has his master's degree in engineering and he's headed towards his his PE license, professional engineering license. Congratulations. No, don't schedule the Forbes interview. What's my favorite coffee? I do not like coffee. What makes a coin go parabolic? People buying it. All right, let's see. So Bitcoin's at 52.3. Our little relief rally looks pretty good right now. Should be good for, I mean, I imagine it will remain good for Ethereum. I mean, it still is, right? We're at 24.57. Ethereum Bitcoin valuation's at 0.047. That looks good. I'd say it looks good. Make sure you guys subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Let's get to 2,000 likes. Someone says, should he schedule his neighborhood newspaper interview? Probably not. Interviews are distracting. Am I gonna do more fun with crypto videos? Probably not anytime soon. That was just the April Fool's video. I was just thinking, you know, like, everyone's just gonna make some BS video saying Bitcoin's gonna go to zero, so I was like, let me come up with something a little bit more creative. Do I think crypto would have entered into a bull market if COVID hadn't happened? I do. I think COVID probably changed the exact course of the bull market, but I still think we were heading towards a bull market. Do I speak any languages other than English? Not really. I mean, I know some Spanish, but that's about it. Thoughts on the distribution? Yeah, I mean, I know the chart looks like it could be a distribution, and that's why I want people to be cautious. It could be, you know, it could be one of those distribution channels. And I mean, we are up 6x in a relatively short period of time. So, yes, could we put in a new all-time high? Certainly. This is what Bitcoin does. It puts in new all-time highs. I just want people to recognize that it could be, as we even said, I mean, we made a video a few days ago saying, hey, we could get a relief rally at the 100-day moving average. And I mean, you can see so far we're up 6.7% from the local bottom. So I would say maybe look to see if we can break above the 20-day moving average to really start to get bullish. Until then, I feel like we're still more or less playing in the sandbox. Do I like any stable coins over others? I think, yeah, ADA is probably my favorite one right now. And by the way, remember, if you want to earn interest on your ADA, what better place to do it than the ITC stake pool? What better place to do it? Why don't we switch this over to a shorter time frame and see what the hell's going on? Let's go to 1 minute. Maybe we're doing a W on our 1 minute chart here. Probably not. Well, it looks like a W actually. Why don't I have ads on my channel? So that you guys don't have to watch ads. Mr. Moon Knight says he was paid to do his PhD in chemistry. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's cool that you get paid to do it. Favorite programming language? Definitely Python. Why did I think about doing quant analysis? I mean, it just seems natural, right? I mean, what PhD in engineering did I study? Nuclear. Why do they pay you to do a PhD? A lot of I mean, basically because you're doing research. You're like cheap labor. To be completely honest, you're cheap labor for the professor for 5 years. Are you well versed with neural networks? I wouldn't say I'm well versed with them. I mean, I have working knowledge of them, but I don't know that I'd say I'm well versed with them. No, I've never tried Haskell, no. Alright, I can't. I'm trying to read the chat, but it's gone too quickly. Well, why don't we wrap it up? Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. We'll see how high we go. Certainly a pretty good looking candle so far, up 6.5% on the day in just about 4 hours or so. So it looks good so far. We'll see what the future brings. Remember to check out the premium list if you guys want more content. And I'll post the Telegram channel again. But do remember that I will not contact you first. So if you're contacted by someone with my profile picture pretending to be me, remember it is not me. All right. I guess we'll wrap it up there. Sometimes I like just saying we'll wrap it up, and then I like seeing like 1,000 people leave. Someone says, "Are you pretending to leave to play chess again?" It can be intimidating playing chess in front of like 4,000 people. So sometimes you just gotta. If any of you guys play chess, you can challenge me. BJ Cowan on chess.com if you want to play me. I'll look for the challenge. I'm not sure where the challenges come, but if you want to challenge me, you can play. But do like 3 minutes. Do like 3 minutes. Otherwise it'll be too long. Will we ever do a meetup? Yeah, we will. Probably, maybe in 2022. I mean, we want to wait for like the pandemic to cool down some. I'm getting some challenges. Let's see. All right, so I'm playing one of you guys. RKDG. Chess and crypto. I wonder who this guy is. RKDG. I'll keep an eye on Bitcoin. I don't think it's going anywhere, but we'll see. I mean, I mean, I think it is, but maybe not at the exact moment. I keep waiting for Ethereum to push to 2,500, but it still hasn't done that yet. Bitcoin is moving up a little bit more, actually. We're currently at 52,440. So we are moving up. 52.5. Our relief rally is really kicking in. We're actually moving up pretty quickly. 52 right after I say it, now Ethereum is moving that. Look at this candle. Look at this 1 minute candle by Ethereum. Up 0.44% in a minute. I should probably play faster. Remember, the 20-day is at 57K. That's the 20-day SMA. So we still have a ways to go to get there. Ethereum's looking good, 24.59. We can't do that. We'll do the house at 2,700. I think that's when we'll do the house. Bitcoin actually pulled back a little, but Ethereum still looks good. work actually. Alright, I need to play faster because I only have 32 seconds, so I can't look at crypto for the next minute because he's also got time. Right. I believe we should have this one as long as I don't lose on time, which I could very well lose on time. I lost on time. Yeah, this is the problem with looking at crypto while I play. All right, Bitcoin is now at 52.3. Ethereum is at 24.60. So Ethereum's looking pretty strong still. I mean, you look at it, it still looks pretty good, right? Pretty good. If anyone else wants to play, oh, I got a lot of challenges. All right, let's just keep playing, I guess. Oh. Oh wait, I'm not playing a 10-minute game. Sorry, bud. I'm aboard in this one. Yeah, don't do 3 minutes or something. Or maybe 5 so I can look at chess as well. Actually, have you guys played okay, so let's find 3. Here's a 3-minute. I should probably castle. Alright, Ether Bitcoin is pushing up a little. I don't know why you guys are watching. There's still 3,000 people watching. Go watch crypto or something. I'm sure he's gonna double up here soon. I don't think we're gonna have any issues winning this one. Alright, I think we gotta infiltrate. I can win the rook pretty easily if I just go here. I'm just wondering if there's any... I think I'll just win the rook to start. And is there anything else? I'd like to bring the rook down. I guess we'll just take it, and we need to... Maybe bring the queen in. And the rook cuts off this file. So we can probably go here. Maybe they'll block. I wish I could put the rook there where they can just take with the knight. So I don't actually really want to trade queens. So I'm not going to. Check. I have the knight's pinned, not anymore. All right, let me bring this over. All right, I'm gonna bring this in here. All right, we'll just trade. See, I'm getting distracted, and I'm gonna lose on time again probably. Yeah, I'm getting too distracted. I'm losing on time. All right, we're at 52.4. 52.4. Ethereum looks good. Ethereum's at 24.68. I imagine Ethereum is about to turn green against Bitcoin again because we need to get back to 0.04727. We're at 0.04725. So we're actually looking pretty good. All right, we'll keep playing. It's hard for me to focus on chess, honestly, when I'm talking. I don't know. There's chess streamers that do it all the time. I don't really know how they do it. All right, Ethereum's at 24.70. So Bitcoin's still at 52.3, but Ethereum's looking strong again. So we're still moving up. All right, let's see who wants to play. I don't see any challenges. $24.69. Do we have any? Sorry, 400. Okay, well, I guess we'll. I don't think I've played this guy yet. I don't know if he's played before. Okay, I guess it looks like he hasn't played Blitz before, so that's why he just has a. I did not mean to play that move. Ethereum's at 24.73, so we are moving up relatively quickly. Look, Ether Bitcoin is green again, so Ether Bitcoin continues to look really strong. Okay, well, I'm not really sure what this is, but I don't know if this person knows how to play chess. All right, let me just actually focus on this one so I can win it. All right. Checkmate. All right, anyone else want to play? Ethereum 2476. Ether Bitcoin looks good still. So we're still looking good. All right. Vechain. It's cool playing some of the people that watch me, actually. It's kind of cool. Alright. Ether still looks strong. 0.0473. 0.0473. Top of the channel here is like well over 0.05. So, alright, I think we should easily win this one. Let me see if I'll fall for that one. Nope. Okay, we'll move this one here. We'll see if we can maneuver this one that way and get the queen. Okay. I think we're just gonna pull this one back. I just need to move this pawn and like break up all these pawns. Well, now he's gonna bring the queen in probably if I do that. Maybe we'll move the knight. Let's get the knight moved first. Actually, I had a double attack. I should have moved the knight or the bishop there, and then I would have won the knight. We'll write that off as a key missed opportunity. But I think I win the knight anyways, actually, because now he's trapped his knight. Because even if he goes here, I can just take it. So. Or I can just do that, so maybe the knight's not trapped. But actually, I kind of like that because now I can go here, and he can't even really move it. So I don't know. I mean, I probably should just be going for checkmate, but whatever. Bitcoin still at 52.2. We'll see if we can continue to push higher. Ether still looks good. It just actually went to 24.76, so it's moving up. We're not too far away from the prior all-time high. Let's just bring this one in. Yeah, he's trying to do this. He's trying to bring the rook there and bring the queen there, and then I go there, and then he goes checkmate. So that's what he's trying to do. So we're not going to let him do that. So we'll do this. Well, maybe we'll do this. Because then, now, he has to move the queen, and then I get this nasty, nasty check. Obviously, I can't allow that. I can't allow this and this. But now I have a discovered attack on the queen. If I move the bishop, I'll just go check. And then if he goes here, then I go check, and then I win the queen. Actually, he takes the rook, but I win the queen. So I think we'll let that happen. That should be checkmate. Alright, anyone else want to play? Alright, one. Alright, I'm gonna play something that I know is worse, but I'm just gonna play it and see if he goes for it here. Alright, I think I want to take the bishop, right? Or the knight. I think I'll take the bishop. Ethereum still looks good. We are on our little track here. We'll see if we keep holding it. I don't know why you guys are still here. I think I'll go here. And here, that prevents the knight from coming in easily. And then we'll go here, attack queen. And then we'll go here. Get out of that discovery. I don't really want to trade queens, honestly, but I guess we will. They'll double up the pawns. And guess we'll do this. Alright, I'm guessing he'll double up here, or, I mean, maybe he'll move the bishop. There's really no reason to move it. Wasn't actually attacking it. Okay, we'll just double up. Alright, I'm gonna move the knight. I think I'll just take it. And then I'll come in. And then we'll take that. And bring the other one in. And we'll go there. And check. And here. I'm guessing he's gonna check me. I gotta play fast. I only have 12 seconds, so I need to stop talking to you guys. I just need to move this pawn and then put the bishop there, and we win easily. Wow, that doesn't do anything. Alright, we'll just go clean up here. Yeah, I probably should not pre-move everything. Alright, anyone else want to play? Let's take a look really quick. Alright, 2460, nothing's going on. We'll keep playing chess. This guy. The Sicilian.